Welcome viewers. So this is the fourth episode of this game building series, and in this tutorial we will learn how to move our player using UI buttons. And in last tutorial we imported our assets, the 3D player and coin. So now we will add some script and we will add some functions, or we can say on-click functions on these UI buttons, so that our player will start moving whenever we tap on this button F, B, R, and L. And as the name implies, R will be for right and L will be for left, and F and B will be for forward and backward. So now let's go to Sublime Text Editor. I've already created this player move script. If you have seen my second video, then you must know about this script. We have created this script in the second video, and now I will add some functions in this only. Now I will go to Sublime Text Editor, and here we will, first of all I will write some code, and then I will explain the meaning of each line, because it is hard to write code and explain and both things at the same time. So first of all I will write code. So now you can see that I have defined 4 variables. First one is move speed, which will store the speed of our moving character, and the second one is the turn speed, and this will store the rotating speed of our character. The third one is the turn direct. So turn direct will tell us that whether our player will move in right direction or in left direction. So whenever we will call this function rotate player, while calling this function we have to pass an argument whether we want to move our player in right direction or in left direction. For right direction we will pass argument as 1, and for left direction we will pass argument as -1. So now this same thing will happen with move direct function, move direct variable. This will also tell us whether our player will move in forward direction or in backward. The +1, whenever we will call this function change player pause, and while calling this function, if we pass argument of value 1, then our player will start moving in forward direction, and if we pass argument as -1, then player will start moving in backward direction. So now you must have understood what all these 4 variables are doing and what these 2 functions are doing. I will be removing these 4 functions from my inspector or on-click function, which we have created in our second video. And the last part is update function. In update function we have to update our translation or translate motion or rotation for our player. So here you can see the transform dots translate will help our player to change its position in Z direction. So whenever we tap on the F button or back button, D button, this transform dot translate will help our player to move in forward or backward direction, and same for transform dot rotate, it will help our player to move in left or right direction. So you can go through the documentation and learn what does it mean, translate and rotate. The only thing I'm telling you about is that you have to specify the Z coordinate, and here you have to specify vector 3 dot up, and this turn speed will tell the direction. Turn speed will tell the rotating speed, and turn direct will tell the direction in which the player will rotate. And now save this and go back to Unity. Now you can see that we are back in Unity. First of all I will adjust my player. First of all I will adjust my camera. Now player, so now it is fine. Save this, and now I will go to my UI buttons, forward button. Here I will call function change player pause, and here I have to pass the argument. So for forward button, as I told you that we have to specify value 1. For reverse button we will call the same function but with value -1. Now with left button we will call this rotate player function, and for left, as we told you that we have to specify -1, and for right we will specify value 1. Now save this. Okay, so here I forgot to mention one thing, that we have to attach script to this player, because we want to change its position and we want to rotate it. So we can assign this player script to our player, or we can or we have one more option. We can create a public game object, and now here we have to specify that we are changing the position of our player. Now save this and go back to Unity. As you can see, here a slot is empty for our player, so we have to just drag it to this slot, and now save the scene and run. Now you can see, as I press R or L or F or B, you can see our player moves continuously. We don't want this, and what we want is, until I don't release this button R, I want this player to rotate in left to right, in right direction, and same with other buttons. So but in our case, you can see that if I press L, then it starts moving in left direction and it doesn't stop. So this is not good, and for this we have to use event trigger component instead of on click functions. So first of all, we have to remove these on click functions, and instead of on click function we will use event trigger. So here what we want is, as I press my UI button, this pointer down event will be called, and now this pointer down event will call this function change player pose with value 1. Now if I press F, then it will call this function once only, but I want that until I don't release this button F, I want this player to move in forward direction. So for that we have to create one more event, pointer up. So this pointer up function will be called whenever we release the UI button. So here you can see, now we will pass the value 0. So now what will happen is, whenever we tap on this button F, the function will be called continuously until we don't release this F button. Now you can see, as I press F, this player starts moving in forward direction, and it moves continuously until I don't release this F button. And as I release this F button, the player stops moving, and the player is stopping due to the value which we passed while calling. So as you can see here, that we passed value 0 to stop this player from moving. Same thing will happen with all these buttons. We have to remove on click functions and add event trigger. Now save this and now run. Now you can see, until I don't release any of the UI button, the player continuously moves, whether it is in the right direction or it is in left direction, or whether it is moving in forward direction or in backward direction. All functions are working perfectly according to our need. So now you must have understood how to create event trigger system, and how to move our player using UI buttons. And in later videos we will see how to follow camera, because now you can see our camera doesn't follow our player. So whenever our player will move out of this frame, we will not be able to see this player anymore. So we want to avoid this, and for that we have to make changes in our main camera so that it will start following this player. And now if you have any concerns and you didn't understand anything, you want to ask anything, you can ask me in the comment section. And please like our video, and please share our channel and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.